So they say that metal killed grunge music in the early 90s, but that's not true. Grunge may have killed hair metal, but metal was still thriving. Metallica and Megadeth were at the height of their popularity, and another band was able to rise above and reach mainstream popularity. So that band is Pantera. The album I'm talking about is Vulgar Display of Power, and that will be celebrating 30 years on February 25th, 2022. In this video, I will be giving you my personal story with this album. I'll also talk about the recording process, the album cover, and some of the most important songs from the album. So I bought the CD when it was released, and I was 21 years old at the time. Back then, I was going to the gym a lot, and this was one of the CDs I used to bring with me. I guess I had one of those like CD Walkman things. MP3 players weren't around at the time. And I used to listen to this album when I went on like the treadmill or any other like cardio equipment. Now you see, this is like the perfect album for that, because the album starts with Mouth for War and A New Level. And those are two songs, kind of fairly fast paced. You start running, you get the heart pumping. Then will come the song Walk. That kind of slowed it down a bit. You kind of like catch your breath. But after that was the song Fucking Hostile. And when that song came on, I would just like turn up the speed on the treadmill like as fast as I can go. And I would just like keep run just during the duration of the song. It's only like a 3-minute song, but just really high pace. I want to just got me running. After that was This Love. And that was kind of slower songs. I was able to turn the speed down on the treadmill, kind of like almost to like a fast like walking pace, and I can kind of catch my breath. And basically, as the album continued, there would be songs with like different tempos. So there'd be like a fast song like Rise, and all different tempos. And the song actually ended with Hollow, which was another ballad. And that was kind of like my cool down period. So for those of you who work out, Pantera, this album, Vulgar Display of Power, just a perfect workout album. It's 52 minutes long and just gives you a great workout. In 1990, the band released Cowboys from Hell. That was their major label debut album. Now, I thought this was their first album for like a long time, but it's actually their 5th album. And they released a few albums prior with that like glam metal sound. This was the first with their new sound, and it was kind of dubbed like groove metal. The follow-up was a Vulgar Display of Power. That's what I'm talking about in this video. Was produced by Terry Date. He worked with many other metal bands, and he also produced the next 2 Pantera albums. And Pantera did spend 2 months in the studio recording this. Then they opened for Metallica and AC/DC in the 1991 Monsters of Rock concert in Moscow, Russia. Afterwards, they returned to the studio to finish the album. So after Metallica released the Black Album, the band kind of thought they like had abandoned their fans by not releasing a thrash metal record. So for that reason, they wanted this to be like a very heavy album, kind of close to thrash metal, but not exactly. They had developed their own style, but this was a very heavy album. The title of Vulgar Display of Power comes from the movie The Exorcist. It does come from one line in it. The cover art shows someone getting punched in the face. Now, the band started a rumor saying that they paid somebody $10 to get punched in the face, and the guy was hit like 31 times after finally getting the right shot. Now, this was untrue, as the person in the photo was never harmed. So now I'll talk about some of the songs. The first song, Mouth for War, this was released as a single. They have a music video, kind of like a black and white music video. Very fast and heavy song, kind of shows their signature groove metal sound. Dimebag Darrell does have a special style of playing using these like heavy riffs and these harmonics to create the sound. The most popular song is Walk, and it kind of seems like a simple song, but it's really like more complex than you would think. It was written in a 12/8 time signature. Now the message behind the song was kind of like take your attitude and walk. When they returned from the Cowboys from Hell tour, their friends started treating them differently. They shot a music video for this one in the Rivera Theater in Chicago, and this is probably one of the most popular songs from the album. The album also has 2 power ballads, the first one being called This Love, in a style similar to Cemetery Gates. This one's about Phil and Selmo's past relationships. They did a music video for this one. It kind of shows the band playing on a rooftop as well as on stage, and this is also one of the most recognizable songs on the album. Another popular song is called Live in a Hole. Slower song. This has some really like heavy, crunchy riffs as well as some of those like groovy riffs of Dimebag Darrell. The lyrics are about people who kind of struggle with social anxiety. You know, sometimes people isolate themselves because like they don't know what else would work with, but they kind of still feel the need to like connect with others. So because of this, kind of like they're never at peace. So that's kind of like the whole message behind that song. And the last song I'll talk about is called Hollow. Also the last song on the album, the second power ballad. It has a slower pace and a melodic opening riff. This was also released as a single. Phil Anselmo sings in like a smoother style in the first verse. Song's about having a friend who slipped into a coma or vegetative state. Now, according to Phil Anselmo, not about a specific person, but a series of losses that he suffered. The song also has like a similar style to like Cemetery Gates and maybe like This Love. The song does get really heavy towards the middle of the song. It has some really heavy riffs. Phil Anselmo goes back to singing his signature like aggressive style. And this is a really great way to close out the album. So that is all for this video. I would say, in my opinion, this is my favorite Pantera album. Let me know in the comments what you thought. If you like this video, I also did a review of The Great Southern Trendkill. I will link that right over there. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one.